Hey guys, I'm Willow, and buckle up because my life story is nothing short of a roller coaster without seatbelts. Oh, and before we start, hit that like button and subscribe. When I was little, I didn't exactly have what you'd call a stable home. Mom ditched Dad for some rich dude when I was 2, and Dad was completely heartbroken. He mopped around for days, and then one fine day he decided, if I can be rich, I'll fake being rich. So, my dad turned into a part-time businessman and a full-time con artist. Yup, you heard that right. Dad started conning people for a living, and the next thing I know, we're living out of motels, always on the run just in case the police caught up with us. Like when I was 8, we moved to a small town where he told everyone he was a great astrologer. He bought a shiny robe from the thrift store, a crystal ball, and a poster of the solar system. Anyway, people actually showed up, like real adults, with real problems. I remember this one lady who came crying about her marriage. "Sir, my husband's family doesn't like me. What should I do?" Dad closed his eyes for a second and then looked into the crystal ball all serious. "Oh, Venus is interrupting your marital bliss. You must balance the energies." "How do I do that?" "Sleep with an onion under your pillow for 7 nights and howl at the moon on the next full moon night for 15 minutes. I almost laughed at the crazy solution, but the lady looked super satisfied and was already handing Dad a wad of cash. What a lunatic. Next, a guy walked in holding his briefcase like it was his last hope. "Sir, I've been trying for a promotion for years. My boss just doesn't notice me." Your Saturn is lazy. Do one thing. Walk backwards to your office for 3 days. No shoes, no socks, just faith." The poor man actually wrote that down like it was some secret cheat code to success. That's when I finally lost it. "Dad, you can't tell people to moonwalk to work. He's gonna get fired or arrested, maybe both." "Willow, you don't get it. People want to believe nonsense. It gives them hope." "Yeah, or maybe fungus from walking barefoot in the rain." But Dad smirked, totally unbothered. "My dear, the world is full of fools. I just give them direction." Dad never listened to me, but his lies caught up with him in a few days when all his solutions failed and people ended up with broken marriages and foot blisters. So, guess what we did next? Yep, packed up and ran. Again. Our next stop was another tiny village where Dad started selling secondhand lawnmowers. Except they were not secondhand. They were freshly stolen by 2 thieves hired by none other than my dad himself. One morning, I woke up to find a team of police officers at our door. They had arrested those thieves who told them about Dad's involvement. When they asked me about Dad, I finally confessed everything because I was done lying for him. That day, Dad went to jail, and I went to an adoption home. You wouldn't believe it, but I was actually excited to be there. I was about to have a stable home and some real friends after all. On my first day, I was walking to my room when I saw this girl trip and fall flat on her face. Being the nice idiot that I was, I rushed to help. "Hey, are you okay?" The girl smiled and took my hand. But then she yanked me down so hard I ate the floor too. Then she started laughing like a maniac. That's when I heard someone whisper, "That's what you get for being nice to Tulip." But I didn't back down. Whenever she bullied others, I called her out, and she hated that. Thankfully, I didn't have to put up with her for long since she got adopted a few months later by some big politician. Fast forward to 10th grade, when the real plot twist of my life came. One day, this super elegant woman visited our orphanage to speak to the coordinator. When she left, I spotted something shiny on the ground. Whoa, this is a diamond earring. I sprinted after the lady's car, yelling like a maniac. "Stop! Ma'am! Your earring!" Suddenly, the car stopped and the window rolled down. I showed her the earring and her eyes went wide. "Oh my God! Thank you so much, honey. This earring was my mom's last gift." She even tried to hand me some money, but I was like, "No thanks, it's yours. You don't need to pay me for giving it back." The lady smiled and left in her car, and I soon forgot about the incident. But a few days later, the coordinator called me in.
Willow, pack your bags. You've been adopted.
What? By who?
The same lady whose earring you returned.
Turns out she was so impressed with my honesty that she wanted me as her daughter. That day after signing the adoption papers, when I finally arrived at my new home with my mom, my jaw practically hit the floor. That place was gigantic. I'd never seen that much space in one place, unless you count shopping malls. There was this grand staircase that looked like it belonged in a movie, chandeliers that sparkled like stars, and a fridge bigger than the entire kitchen back at the orphanage. And I had my own room with a bed so soft, I thought I'd sunk into heaven. Not just that, my new mom was kind, funny, real. At dinner, she'd ask about my day and actually listen to the answer. And when I got a B in math, she didn't yell. No worries, sweetheart. B is still better than C, right? Every single moment I spend with her, I think to myself, so this is what family is supposed to feel like. Then one day, Mom asked me, Willow, do you ever think about your birth parents? That question caught me off guard. Before I could stop myself, I blurted out, not really. They were got in a car crash when I was just a baby. I hated myself instantly for lying, but the truth was I couldn't tell her my dad was a con man. She had adopted me because I was honest. I couldn't risk her finding out my honesty came from years of watching lies ruin everything. A few months after my adoption, Mom enrolled me in this huge, fancy, private school. I was super nervous on my first day, but the moment I stepped into class, I realized something very weird was going on. Our teacher was sitting in her chair, back facing the class, and there was this line of students waiting to take selfies with her. I was still trying to process this insanity when I heard a voice that made my stomach drop. Ew, what is that outfit? The queen refuses to be photographed with peasants. That wasn't the teacher. That was Tulip. Yup, that Tulip, my childhood nightmare. Oh, look, another loser's here. Welcome, Willow. Didn't expect us to meet again so soon. Neither did I, but I guess nightmares don't need invitations. Her smile slipped just a little. Now that you're here, why don't you take this rare opportunity to get clicked with the queen? Queen? Who's the queen? I asked innocently. There were a few gasps and some whispers. Me. I'm the queen of this school. Everyone dies to be clicked with me. Sorry, but I don't want to die so soon. So I think I'll pass. There were a few muffled giggles as I went right past Tulip. This made her go crazy with rage. In the next few days, I found out that Tulip actually ruled the school. The guys adored her. Girls copied her, and even teachers stayed on her good side because her dad was a powerful politician. And since I didn't need any new drama in my life, I stayed as far away from her as possible. Life was going smoothly until one day, Mom came home looking too excited about some art show. You know, there's this new art dealer in town. He's selling masterpieces by El Greco and Francisco de Goya. I just nodded like I totally knew who those people were. Come on, Willow. At least try to look a bit more excited. I am excited, Mom. Great. Then you're coming with me this evening to the art show. So that evening, I was bored to death looking at pieces of art I couldn't understand at all. To make things worse, I spotted Tulip with her parents, and she was heading in my direction. But before our paths could cross, the auction started. Suddenly, people were throwing money like confetti. 50 grand for a painting that looked like a horse about to sneeze. Even Mom bought one for $20,000. I tried to look impressed, but inside I was like, wait, this is not art. This looks like a dancing octopus. Just then, the presenter invited the art dealer on stage to hand away the paintings, and when the man walked up, my blood froze. Even with that long beard and thick glasses, I could recognize him. My real dad. For a moment, I literally forgot how to breathe. When did he even get out of jail? And what was he doing here pretending to sell art? This man didn't even know how to draw a stick figure. That's when it hit me. If he was here, those masterpieces were probably fakes. Before I could think further, Mom said, "Willow, come on, let's go on stage to collect our painting." I went into full panic mode. If Dad saw me, he'd recognize me in a second. I just wanted to disappear, but instead I was walking on stage with Mom to collect that stupid painting. When Dad saw me, he obviously recognized me. But thankfully, he said nothing. But after the show, as Mom and I were leaving, I heard someone behind me whisper, "Willow." I turned. It was him, my dad. He motioned for me to follow him backstage. My hands were shaking, but I went. Well, my little partner in crime, all grown up. "Dad, what are you doing here? And those paintings are fake, aren't they?" "You always were sharp. Listen, I'm back in business, and you seem to be doing great, huh? Rich family, nice jewelry." His eyes flicked at the diamond bracelet on my wrist. Mom's gift. "Don't even think about it. Just leave me alone. My new mom doesn't know my real father is a con man, and I'd prefer it stays that way." Suddenly, Dad's tone turned cold. "Then you're gonna help me, Willow, or I tell your fancy mom the truth, that her honest little girl is a con man's daughter." My heart dropped. "Dad, please don't do this." "Then bring me that bracelet or cash, something valuable. You owe me after sending me to jail." After that day, Dad started calling me nonstop. At school, at night, everywhere. Each time, the same message. "You have till Friday." One time, I was paired with Tulip for an assignment when suddenly my phone buzzed. It was Dad's message again. "Either give me something valuable or come back to me. I need a partner for my new ventures." The message gave me the chills. I couldn't steal from my mom, but I didn't want to go back to Dad either. "Something wrong? You look like you've seen a ghost." "It's, nothing." But Tulip kept watching me like a hawk, like she knew something I didn't. Days passed, and finally that dreaded Friday night arrived. I made my decision. I couldn't betray my mom, not after everything she had done for me. So I packed my bag and snuck out quietly. Dad was waiting by the gate in his old car. But as I stepped outside, I saw flashing red and blue lights. Police cars? And right behind them, Mom and Tulip. The officers ran to my real dad and handcuffed him before he could even react. "Willow, are you okay?" "Yes, Mom. How did you guys find out?" What Mom told me next left me totally stunned. Apparently, Tulip heard me talking to Dad that day at the art gallery, and she alerted my mom about the same. "Tulip, you did this? Why?" She shrugged, half smiling. "Well, I know what it's like to have no family. I realized what family means after I got adopted. I guess I didn't want to see you lose your perfect family after everything you went through." I just stood there, tears blurring my eyes. "Tulip, I don't even know how to thank you." "Don't get all mushy, okay? You still owe me a selfie with the queen." We both laughed. And guess what? We became best friends after that day. As for my mom, she too forgave me for hiding the truth about my real dad.